With the state of games today, when you pre-order a game, you're kind of getting the worst version of that game. I'm not ashamed to say it, I've been playing an obscene amount of Starfield lately since its release here in September. I've got friends who've been playing it, we've been talking back and forth, and it honestly feels like kind of an old school when you were riding the bus and you would talk about the newest game that you were playing on your video game console. And this actually got me thinking and searching around, and I was reading a bunch of comments on YouTube talking about how people don't really like buying games right away on release anymore. So if you guys are older like me and you remember the old cartridge games, so like your NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, and all that jazz, when those games came out, they had to be finished. What the final product was in that cartridge is the way the game played. There were no updates. There was no DLC. The game was completely contained and there was no way to get anything else into it to improve it or fix any bugs. But now game releases are totally different. Most game studios, when they release a game, there's the initial release and then there's all these patches that go along with it. Overall game improvements, bug fixes, glitch issues, and they're all able to put out these updates that are gonna make your game run better. So it actually begs the question nowadays, should we stop buying games on release? Because not all, but most games have some sort of issue when they come out. Of course, we all know the debacle that was Cyberpunk 2077. That was years ago, of course, but like I said, I've been playing a lot of Starfield and I've noticed some bugs and some issues in this game. Now, it doesn't make it unplayable, but it's a valid question. Should we wait to buy games? And I definitely think there's some valid points for this. The first one being, of course, price. All of these games that I've got right here in my hand were at least $60 brand new. And it really doesn't even matter which console it's for. Most of these games are 60, 70 bucks brand new, whether it be Switch or Xbox or PlayStation. And then over time, the price of all of these are going to drop. So like the Sonic Mania right here, you can pick it up brand new in the store for about 20-30 bucks, so that's more than half price off. Most games for the Xbox One now, you can pick up anywhere between 10 and 20 bucks, less than half the cost of what they were brand new on the shelf. And most things, Xbox 360, even classics like Dark Souls 2, these are $5 kind of anywhere you go secondhand. One game I specifically remember waiting on for myself was Final Fantasy VII, so this game was $50 when it released. But being a kid with no job at the time, there was no way I was gonna save up enough money from doing chores to spend $50 on a video game. Just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who subscribe to the channel, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing that now. And then I went to my local Kmart one time and discovered that PlayStation had done something called their Greatest Hits collection, and you can see that right here Final Fantasy VII is included in that. Why was this a big deal? Because everything that was labeled Greatest Hits at the Kmart store was $19.99, so $20, already less than half the price of what it was brand new on release. So right now you might be saying to yourself, yeah, but I want the games right now, I want to play them brand new on release, and that's totally fine, you can absolutely do that. But I personally believe that if there is a game that really catches your eye, that you find really interesting, it is best to wait to get the best value for it. I would label this patient gaming. Patient gaming is absolutely the way to go. If you've got something that you know that you absolutely want to play, put it on a list. And then later on down the road, check out game reviews and see if it's actually something that you want to play. Another extremely popular thing to do with video games now are things like complete editions or ultimate editions that include all the DLCs, it's got all the patches in there, it's got all the bugs already worked out for you. And most of the times these complete editions, these ultimate editions, when everything gets packaged together, they are on sale on the Microsoft Store. One of my favorite games absolutely of all time is of course Fallout 3. They released the Game of the Year edition that included all of the DLCs. It came with a fancy holographic outer sleeve, it boosted the level of your character, it added a bunch of bonuses, and the game was updated because Bethesda had time to work out any bugs. And you can find a complete copy of this game for about $10 almost anywhere you go. With the state of games today, when you pre-order a game, you're kind of getting the worst version of that game. And I'm sure that everybody has noticed this, that even if you get a hard disk game, once you put it into your Xbox back there, Xbox is going to say you need an update for this game. And I personally can't imagine myself going out and buying a physical hard disk of a game when I know it's just going to need downloads as soon as I get it back to my console. And that is just the way that our video games work nowadays. This is why I'm such a staunch supporter of Xbox Game Pass. The cost to value ratio that you get even by paying the regular subscription with no discounts every single month is phenomenal. The games are going to be continually patched, there's always something new coming out, there's something for everybody on there. Now that is just my opinion about picking up games that are brand new. You guys leave me a comment, let me know if you're somebody who just wants to play it brand new right away, you don't care about the bugs, or if you're somebody who says, nah, I'm going to wait for that, and if this game is really good, I'll check it out at a later time. As always, thank you guys for watching. My name is John, this here is the Xbox Basement, and we will see you in the next one.